Hey guys, I have a question. How's the weather outside?
Snowy.
It is snowy outside and super cold. It's crazy cold outside. Today not so bad, but like the last I don't know 4 days it was like crazy icy, windy, icy day. It was super cold. Today's not so bad.
Yes.
The snow is not so much though, right? It's not so much though. It's not so bad. We're still waiting. I have a really sad secret. Can I tell you my sad secret? For the first time ever, no snow festival. The Sapporo Snow Festival, no snow festival. They canceled it. It's canceled. Do you know why?
Coronavirus.
That's exactly why.
And so many people gonna come and so many people gonna be coronavirus.
No, they're canceling it so that so many people won't come. And not be coronavirus, but get coronavirus. We don't want people to get coronavirus. Anyway, I found this really beautiful book. I found it immediately drew my eye. Everyone say drew my eye. The art of this really drew my eye right away. It looked really, really beautiful. Something about it really stood out to me.
On top it says something.
Well, on the top it says Ezra Jack Keats. Ezra Jack Keats. That's the name of the person that wrote the book. And that sounds familiar. Maybe the Ezra, because that's a Star Wars Rebels. That's the Jedi Padawan from Star Wars Rebels, Ezra. But yeah, the Snowy Day. The Snowy Day. That's the name of this book. Do you guys know this book?
Yes.
You've had this read to you before?
Yes.
Really? I've never read it. Can I read it? Can I read it to you guys?
Yes.
I've never read it before. I have no idea what's going on. I just really like the look of this book. You know what? You know what he looks like? He looks like a little alien. He looks like a little alien, doesn't he?
Funny.
He looks kind of like a funny. Or if you went like that, if you put your finger right there, you know what he looks like now? Like a bird. Like a bird. If you go, yeah. This is cool. Okay, can we read it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's get into it. Can you actually read that? What does that say? The snowy day. Excellent. Good. Here we go. I love this. Look at this. And look at this say yellowed. The paper has yellowed because it's so old. Do you know how old this book is? I think this book is like 1960 something, 1962 maybe? Look at that. It's the paper. I want to be gentle with it. You can see that it's been taped in many places.
That first it has tape. It's broken maybe.
Yeah, look at that. The Snowy Day. That's awesome, hey? He's sledding without a sled. He's sledding and he has no sled, just his snowsuit. Just his funky snowsuit. This looks like what we do at Hokudai. We do the exact same thing at Hokudai. When the snow gets really, really deep, we do this at Hokkaido University. That's awesome. The Snowy Day. It says, to Tick, John, and Rosalie. Tick, John, and Rosalie. Tick sounds like a doggy's name. Oh, look at this. This is awesome. This is so awesome. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Look at this. Look at his pajamas. His pajamas are so cool. And look at his wallpaper too. His wallpaper is so cool. And his bed. He's got like a big metal frame on his bed. That's super cool, hey?
I can see his back.
You can see the is that his bum? No, it's not. That's the small of his back. Say, I can see the small of his back.
I can see the smallest back.
Not smallest back. The small of his back.
Small of his back.
Yeah, that's funny how you guys always get drawn to stuff like that. I can see it.
It's winter, but no inner shirt.
Oh yeah, he's got not inner shirt, undershirt.
Undershirt.
Undershirt. Well, they probably have central heating. They probably, this is not Japan. Looks like it's probably like America. And it's probably, they have central heating. So it's warm inside all the time, right? Look at this, look at this. Here we go. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Look at those colors. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Looks like a big snow cone or something. It's so beautiful. Do you know how they do that?
No.
Watercolor. Can you say watercolor?
Watercolor.
They use a special kind of paint called watercolor. It's where they take like an acrylic paint and they mix it with water. And it makes all of these interesting shades like that. Doesn't it look kind of wet? Does it look kind of wet?
Yeah.
It's from watercolor. Super cool. That's super cool. Super cool. Moving on. Moving on. Here we go. Look at that. That's so cool. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing in like that. He's kind of walking like a penguin. He's walking like a penguin, don't you think? That's super cool. Look at that. The traffic light. It looks really cool. Look, it's kind of leaning over. It's kind of leaning over. Is that from the wind or something? What happened there? That traffic light is leaning over. Look at this. This is so cool. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. I wonder, what did he find? Look at that. Suddenly it's 3. That's from his feet, right? Well, what's making this? What did he find? He found something sticking out of the snow that made it. Oh, don't tell me. No spoilers. You know, right? Well, don't tell me because I have no idea. I have no idea. What, like a baseball bat? No spoilers, okay? Oh, it was a stick. Okay, I see. It was a stick. Well, that's not a surprise. Look at that. That is so cool. It was a stick. A stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Smack, whack, badoink. Look at that. You got to be careful. You're gonna. The snow's gonna fall on him.
Yeah.
Do you know, this is very morbid, but do you know that every year, people die from when they're cleaning the snow on their houses and snow whomp drops on them. It actually happens. I know that's a little bit scary, but people get really hurt and even worse from snow falling on them. So say, be careful, buddy.
Be careful, buddy.
Yeah, okay, you be careful.
I'll be careful.
I will be careful.
I will be careful.
Look at what's going on here. Yeah, see? Say just desserts.
Just reserve.
No, just desserts. I see. That's what happened. It's exactly what happened. He hit the tree with the snow on it, and splat! Down fell the snow, plop on the top of his head, right on the top of his head. Say, you get what you deserve.
You get what you deserve.
That's pretty funny looking. I like that. And there he goes. Off he goes. Off he goes. He's not walking like a penguin anymore. Look at that. Love those colors. Love those colors. Oh, wow. Look at this. What's happening here? What's happening?
Snowball fight.
A snowball fight.
Snowball fight.
A snowball fight. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. See, look at that. He wants to join the big boys in a snowball fight. Says he's not old enough. Why can't he join?
Because he's old. He's not old enough.
Yeah, well, I think the actual issue is that, let's say one of these snowballs, kersplat, hit him right in the head, like right in the face. A kid who was like 10 years old or like 12 years old, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go, and they're just going to shake it off. They're tough. They're super tough, right? But if you were like 6 or 7 and you got a giant snowball, splat, right in your eyebrow, do you know what you'd probably do? Cry your face off. Probably crying. Have you ever had a snowball in the face?
No. Neck or body like that.
Just in the neck or body, but never in the face? Well, you will when you get older. And probably maybe the first 2 or 3 times it happens, you know what you're going to do? Cry like a baby.
No.
Probably. No? You don't say, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I punch it.
Well, don't get violent. Don't punch somebody if you get a snowball in the face. Because think about it. If people are having a snowball fight, is it like a real fight?
I catch it.
That's a way better idea. You should say, I'm going to catch it.
I'm gonna catch it. Or if snowball.
You know, that's the best idea of all. Somebody throws a snowball at you, catch it, and throw it right back at them. Right? They're like, ha, and they throw it at you, and you go, right back at you. Say, right back at you.
Right back at ya.
Right back at you. Right back at you.
Or move somewhere else.
Or move somewhere else? What do you mean, like to a different city? Or do you mean just like get out of the way? Say, get out of the way.
Get out from the way.
Out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh, what's he doing here?
Right.
So he made smiling snowmen and he made angels. Yeah, that's fun too. That's fun. That takes time though. That takes quite a bit of time. Trust me, I know I have to do this like all the time with you guys, right? And when I'm taking kids out in the snow, that takes time. That's instant. That you can do that instantly, right?
His head is pointy, so it looks like a bird.
It does look like a bird, right? He's got a hood on his snowsuit, and it makes it pointy like a bird. That's a very good observation. You are quite correct. It does look like a bird. Oh boy. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow and he slid all the way down. You know what? I did this a few years ago at Hokkaido. I had a bunch of kids riding on my back and I went down the hill and guess what happened? I broke my rib.
What is rib?
It's the bones in your chest that protect your organs like your lungs and your heart, and I broke one of my ribs. It was I hit a patch of ice. And it went cronk, and I broke a rib. It was not fun. It was not fun at all. But he's having fun. Look at that. I look at the sky. It looks like snow is blowing off of the hill, and that's the wind. Isn't that beautiful? That's so beautiful, I think. Super, super beautiful. Look at that. Oh, man, I think he's going home. He's going home, eh? He picked up a handful of snow, and another, and still another. He packed it round and firm, put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went back into his warm house. What's going to happen to that snowball?
Melt in his pocket.
It's totally gonna melt in his pocket.
And his pocket gonna be wet.
It's gonna be wet. He's gonna have a soaking wet pocket. That's gonna be quite a discovery for the next day. That's gonna be quite a discovery, I think. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. Look at that. Look at that.
Only under.
Yeah, you know what I have right now? You know what I got? I have newsflash, check this out. I have 2 pairs of socks on. Do you know why?
No.
Because it's Hokkaido, baby. It's freezing outside.
I have.
You have cactuses on your socks. Look at that. Are your feet stinky? No? Oh, look at that. You got a hangnail. Yeah, that looks kind of ouchy, right? Okay. Moving on. Wet socks, goodbye. I hate wet socks. Do you like wet socks? the worst sensation in the world. You know what you should do? You know what you should do if you get wet socks? Have a bath. Just like this guy. And he thought and thought and thought about them. Look at that. He's having a bath. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this in about probably 1 hour from now. I'm gonna go home in the freezing cold and I'm gonna jump right in the tub and I'm just gonna go, ah, right? Look, he's got a rubber ducky sailboat. Look at that. This is beautiful. I love this book. It's so beautiful. Oh, look, there's his jammy jams again. I love his jammy jams. His pajamas, they're so cool. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket and what happened? It melted, right? Before he got into bed, he looked into his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. Well, use some logic. Use some logic. Ice melts, right? Ice melts. Everyone say ice melts.
Ice melts.
What is ice?
Ice cold. Freezing water.
Oh, you're such a genius. I'm going to give you 1,000 points later, okay? You're absolutely right. Ice is frozen water. It's just the temperature has caused water to become from liquid to solid. So he shouldn't be so sad about that. He should have thought about that. He should have thought, you know, if I stick this snowball in my pocket, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep it for tomorrow. Little bit of logic will go a long, long way. Look at that. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. Does that sound like a good dream or a bad dream, or what do you think?
Bad dream.
You think it's a good dream?
No.
Not for me. I don't think that's a good dream. All the sun had melted. I love the snow.
He's smiling.
Yeah, he is smiling, right? But no, he's smiling because look, the snow is more. It's more, right? While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But, see, qualifier. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere. New snow was falling. See, I'd be stoked. I'd be so happy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See? See? He's super happy. He's super, super happy. You guys like snow? I love snow. I love snow. 7 years I've lived in Sapporo. I'm from Victoria. And if it snows where I come from in Canada, everyone says, oh, you're from Canada. You must be really used to the snow. And I say, ha, 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 ha. I'm from Victoria. We're super snow chickens. If it snows in Victoria, everybody has a panic attack. Why? Because it doesn't snow very often. It's very mild. It's not like here where winter is a force. It's a force. Did you know that Sapporo is the second snowiest city in the world? Second snowiest. You know what number one is? Aomori, which is just down south from here. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. Look how deep the snow has gotten. It's like a valley of snow. That's super cool. Looks like a V. That's why a valley starts with a V, I guess. Because it looks like a V, right? Look at that. That's so beautiful. Look at all those snowflakes. And look at all those colors. Pink and blue. Look, there's one green one right there. That's so super cool. Hey, do you guys want to do you want to do a color race? No. No?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to do super one little finger with colors? Let's do that. You're going to do that. Okay, Jill. Okay, everybody say, see you later, alligator.
See you later, alligator.
What a beautiful book.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.